We started this conversation and you said you first started your business because you wanted to help children.
Yeah.
By completing this transaction, did it allow you to help more children than you would have done by yourself?
Oh, 100%. So I actually have been invited as a guest speaker in multiple clinical conferences to talk about this subject, because the mission of ATS was disseminate the science of behavior analysis to improve the lives of children with autism. That was the mission of ATS. And so I did a whole presentation on when I started working with children with autism and was working, one-on-one with this child, this child. And then I started training teachers and doctors and parents. And so then I started traveling. And so I traveled to the islands. I traveled to Japan. I started traveling and training people. And then that's when I realized, gosh, all of this knowledge can be shared so much better through the internet, right? So then ATS was born. We started selling to parents. Then we started selling to organizations. So now large organizations with hundreds of staff were purchasing it and having their staff go through. Then we started selling to schools and school districts. So then we had statewide programs going through our program. And then we had universities purchase our program. So then we had university students by thousands going through our program, thousands of university students. Then we started going international. Okay, so then once we were acquired, so that by then I actually started calculating the number of children with autism that we were impacting. And I made a graph, and I started really small. I was like, okay, this is when we're helping parents. Okay, this is when we're helping organizations. Okay, now this is when we're helping schools. Okay, this is when we're helping universities. And the graph just was hockey stick. And now it's millions. So when I first started working with children with autism, I was 16 years old. And the first three kids I worked with, I said, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to help these kids, as many as I can. And I just didn't think that 20 years later, I'd been able to impact millions of children through business. So I'd say that's
Wow.
The biggest success.
It's an incredible story. Absolutely incredible.
It's a lovely story. It's a lovely story. And a real inspiration for people, especially who worry that making a profit and doing good are mutually exclusive. And then they're not necessarily.
No, I mean, we had so many people come to us and tell us we should be a nonprofit. And so I was trying, I was thinking, okay, I guess I better be a nonprofit because everyone thinks I should be a nonprofit. But, after going through that process, we would have had so many more limitations. We wouldn't have ever be able to achieve what we needed to achieve. And then we wouldn't have been acquired by an organization that could have pushed out the program internationally to even more people than we could have ever dreamed of reaching. So not being a socially responsible business, you can still make money and be socially responsible.
We absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.